Paper is perhaps the most accessible improvised material for creativity, and sometimes designers, architects, and even the masters working with textiles work through the trailblazing projects with paper. The artist Maria Bohan will show us some interesting working methods with this material on an example of making of a paper author's doll. Such object can be used and as an element of setting of family celebration, a children's holiday. Volume books of the unusual form and even a postcard. Scissors, paper, all in our hands. Wish you good luck, Maria Bohan and Tatiana Lazareva. Hello, dear viewers. As David Samoilov wrote, how fun children draw the trustful miracles, not true and virtue, but a little man or a dog. The child, separate me from thoughts of unreasonable by one line, let me in the drawing and locate in the good world. Today, the artist of the Children's Museum Center of Tver State United Museum, Maria Bohan, will lead us in such good world, the world of magic paper and fantastic doll. Magic transformations of a usual sheet of paper into a tremendous author's doll are waited for you. Hello, dear viewers. Today we will talk about the paper, about the material which is in each house. Using color paper, it's possible to make a toy for the child. It's possible to make a room of the kid. It's possible to design a children's holiday, birthday, and it's possible to make simply together with the child his own fairy tale, any. It's possible to make postcards of paper. It's possible to make graphic sheet, to design it and to hang on the wall. Many artists and many storytellers work with paper. Fine cuttings of white and black paper were made by the great storyteller Andersen. Collages, cuttings, and labels of color paper were made by the artist Henri Matisse. Work with paper is a part of the national cultural heritage of many people. It widespread in China, in Belarus, in Lithuania, in Poland, in Ukraine, in the south of Russia. Today we will make such toy doll of paper. For this purpose you need the color paper. You can take ready and can paint with acrylic yourself, then the result will be more interesting. Also, for work we need scissors, usual pencil, compasses, or a usual plate to make smooth circle, glue or an adhesive tape. In any moment it's possible to replace glue with a double-sided tape. We will begin our work of that. We will make a doll trunk, rolling up from a sheet of a paper a cone and glue it. And then we will make a head, we will cut out a circle and we'll cut and glue the face sun. This can is the future body of the doll, but we can use it as a cap for a gift to your child. For example, to hide under this trunk of the future doll any surprise. And the doll will be the expectation of the future holiday. We put for a while the trunk aside. Take paper for the head basis, for this dark blue heavenly circle, and cut out from it by means of the plate or compasses. By means of the plate, it's easier to make 2 equal circles. And then we take lighter pink paper and we'll cut the face of our sun. We will make it by means of the mirror symmetry method, by means of paper folding. At such technique, we don't need a pattern, we at once draw with scissors. We choose from these 2 circles for the face one, which we like more on color. The second will be the doll back. Now we take the pink paper to cut the doll face. The paper can be painted unevenly. It not to be even, it can be in beautiful picturesque stains. It gives to your work great texture, more expressive kind. Now, to make the face sun, we again take the plate or the compasses, what you have. Again, we will make the same circle, but only pink, and then we'll fold it in half and we'll cut from it. It's possible to draw at first the necessary lines using a pencil, but charm of cutting that you draw with scissors, that you at once make lines which come to life in hands. The paper becomes an open work lace. Process tightens, and when children see it and try to repeat, it not only takes the child away, but also reveals his imagination. Besides, it very well develops children's hands, the motility of children's fingers. We've cut the face of the paper doll, and pay attention that the same details which we cut we can use once again. For example, eyes are the same small boats from paper, only upturned. It's possible to cut using scissors at once, but I preliminarily draw that it was more evident to you, it was more convenient. Thus, all small wrinkles, blush, details of hair we can cut at once, making double cuts. At first one cut, a small thickening, and nearby one more cut. And we can use the thin graceful lines once again, then making of them a beautiful graceful postcard, because to cut such thin bent lines specially is difficult enough. When we cut sun rays, we cut simple triangles, bilateral notches, but it for a beautiful and solar crown is not enough for sun rays. Therefore, internal cuts very much decorate our work, the same cuts which together add light to our paper rays. Now we put this crown on preparation sun. The following stage is gluing the paper to the base. We have such sun. While it will dry, we will make sleeves, hands of our doll and an openwork lace, decoration of the doll's suit. To make hands, we take the dark blue paper. Here there is enough place. Cut off unnecessary pieces which can prevent us, and fold half and half. Because we need two sleeves and they should be identical, we can cut at once and can for descriptive reasons draw, using a pencil, the big hands triangles, to cut in proper places and to bend into folds which the man has on closest elbow. But as our son has long sleeves, in them, as in Sreate says, will be hidden fingers. In other words, there will be long sleeves with which you can wave, and maybe they turn to wings. We have put aside sleeves. We will make the trunk. It's possible to leave the doll dressing gown such as it is, if it's made of more impressive and difficult painted paper, and it's possible to decorate it with various cuttings in addition. The first thing that comes to mind are beautiful small snowflakes or stars. But I suggest decorate the suit of your son with an openwork triangle lace. We'll make of a usual paper a thin lace. How we will make it? We will cut out a triangle of the size necessary to us from the same pink paper, Then we will fold it in half, and by a principle of mirror symmetry we will make the most different cuts, from the most simple notches, triangles, to any difficult openwork movements by scissors. We will slowly bring the ends of the scissors and will twist the paper, and we will have the openwork paper lace. And by the way, pay attention that work with the paper is very often picked up by textile masters. That method, which we just saw, marine and polished openwork, and textile masters the Hawaiian application. And often white glue at textile workers is replaced with textile glue or zigzag seam with satin stitch roller. Having made the face and doll sleeves, having finished can of trunk, we have made the openwork lace, and now our aim to assemble the doll and to decorate it with more difficult elements. Now we will glue a lacy paper inset on the body. I would like to tell to you a little about what is possible to make of the paper. By means of the paper, scissors and glue, we can make the most different fantastic heroes. In the Tver State United Museum where I work, in the Children's Museum Center, we together with children make the fantastic heroes of the paper, we make the heroes of cartoon films, New Year's toys from the paper, and use the most different kinds of technologies of work with the paper, in other words, and silhouette cutting, as the great Anderson, and decoupage, and methods of the collage, which Henri Matisse liked very much. It's possible to use not only the ready paper, not only specially painted paper, but also pieces of old photos, cuttings from pages of unnecessary magazines. All it is called the collage method. The big space for creativity and for development of imagination, and at children and at adults, opens when you work with paper. We have made the basic details of the doll. We have the face, the cut nape, we have such beautiful trunk with the lacy inset and sleeves with hands. To transform all it together into the doll, we should stick this together, assemble. Now we will assemble the doll, we'll spread all details with glue, We'll put details on proper places and then we should place all it under the press. When we glue small details, our palms can serve as presses, and the big dolls should be put or under the old iron or under a stack of heavy books which are in each house. We remove books and look what we got. Here is the sun. They are alike, but it's unique. I hope that you have very beautiful tie. I very much want that this work will bring to you joy and pleasure, that it will carry away your children. And I preciously know that what would you make paper, paints, pencils, scissors, any work carries away the man and gives him happiness. I want that you will be happy in creativity and in life. Our masterclass is finished. The good fairy tale with a happy ending, quietly faded story about the pond. Only as dewy drop of the childhood, your song has got to me in the inheritance. Lovely moms, don't miss possibility, together with the child, taking his hand, to wear the magic road to the childhood world, to the fairy tale world. Good luck and to new meetings. With you there were the artists Maria Buhan and Tatiana Lazareva.